one thing we care profoundly about at Coram Deo Church is helping parents raise the next generation of children. Now, listen, I know there's lots of singles at Coram Deo, and there's lots of students at Coram Deo. So families are by no means the only focus of our ministry. I want you to know that, because sometimes we can talk about family and it can feel like, oh, what if I am single? Or what if I'm a student? Or what if I'm not married yet? Listen, we're making disciples of everyone at every season of life. But here's the reality. One of the most challenging things any of us will face if God gives us a marriage and family is the hard work of raising human beings. It's not easy. And it's probably harder than it's ever been in light of the chaos of the world that we live in. A lot of the things that used to help us, even things like intact extended families, are less and less common. And so we want to do a faithful job helping people understand what God says about parenting and raising kids, the wisdom that Scripture gives us for doing it well, and how to navigate some of the challenges and complexities of that. And so for that reason, I want to put something on your calendar that's actually coming up sooner than it feels like. It's in the month of November. I know that feels like it's 2 months away, but it's actually less than 8 weeks from right now. It's the Coram Deo Parenting Conference. I know it's an amazing title. It's super creative. In the past, we've called this like Raising Godly Kids or Redeeming Family. This year, we're just calling it the Coram Deo Church Parenting Conference, because that's what it is. We want to invite you to come and be resourced and equipped for the work of raising children in the ways of the Lord, raising children according to the Scriptures, doing the things as moms and dads that God calls us to do. Now, this conference is open to anyone. So even if you are not raising kids, maybe you're a babysitter, maybe you're an aunt or an uncle, maybe you're a person who just cares about what God says about these things, you're welcome to come. But the primary audience, of course, is those of you who are moms and dads and you're in the thick of it. You're trying to go, how do I raise this? What do I do with this human person so that they turn out okay? And so that I honor the Lord and please Him in what I'm doing. This is one of my favorite things that we do. We try to do it every 2 or 3 years just to provide some equipping. It's always a little different. It takes on the flavor of the people that are in the room and the pressing issues that those people are feeling. But there's also sort of a core nucleus of content and training that we try to provide. Here's the reason I'm excited about this conference. Back in 2008, we did the very first conference like this. And the parents who were at that conference, think about it, they had 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds at that time. Those kids are now 12, 13, 14. And it's a blast to see who they're turning out to become. It feels like, oh, people who are actually applying God's principles. It's really fun to be in a church where you get to see kids start growing up and cultivating godly character. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy this particular event and this training. Now, here's what I need you to do. I just want you to have these dates on your calendar, all right? It's the first weekend in November. Please get those dates on your calendar now. And if you're a parent watching this, get yourself some childcare for that weekend. Call the grandparents, call the trusted neighbor, call the friend, get childcare for your kids so that you can join us for this conference. As you know, space will be limited and we'll have registration rolling out here within a week or two, but right now the most important thing you can do is secure these dates on your calendar, make sure this weekend is open so that you can join us. I, along with the rest of the elders and some of our staff and leaders, are excited to serve you. In fact, at our elder meeting this past week, we spent about an hour thinking and praying together for this conference. We take it seriously. We want to serve and resource you well. And so put that date in your calendar, the Coram Deo Church Parenting Conference. Don't miss it. In addition, next week, remember, we start a brand new series in the life of Abraham, Genesis chapter 12. If you want to read ahead, that's where we'll start out. And my dear friend, Will Walker, will be the one leading us into that series next Sunday. I'll see you then.